Chickies, Ashley here, and in today's video I have a very unique one that I haven't yet done for you guys. I have been asked over the past several months questions about my face as far as aesthetics and what I have had done to my face. So I decided to put together a little video with the culmination of all of the questions I've been asked to give you all of the information that I wish I had known and that I've been learning along the way to share with you guys. So if you were interested in seeing what I've done to my face, then just keep watching. Alright you guys, so before we get into the video, please don't forget to like this video and hit that post notification bell so you can be notified anytime I upload new videos. And we're going to go ahead and get into it. I decided to make this a very casual, simple, quick video just to kind of inform you guys of questions that you've all been asking, as well as things that I have learned along my journey to getting things done to my face. So with that being said, I have always wanted to get it done, but it was, as many of you, afraid to. So I did a lot of research and I found Dr. Nicole. She is at the Institute of Aesthetic Surgery and they are located in Orlando, Florida. They do have 3 different locations. I posted this on my Instagram because a couple of people asked me today, because I recently, thanks to the quarantine being slowly lifted, have gotten a touch up on my face. If I'm looking well rested, it's not because I'm sleeping, it's just because of Botox. So I found Dr. Nicole and she does visit all 3 locations. It depends on the day of the week. If you are in the Orlando area, one of them is Altamont Springs, one of them is Celebration, and the other one is Lake Nona. So really spread out, gives everyone an equal opportunity to figure out which one is closer to you. So now comes the fun part. What have I done to my face? Over the course of the past few years, I have done injections, Kybella, and more recently Botox. The reason that I decided on those, of course, was just my own personal opinion. It's something that I've been wanting. It's something that I've been saving money towards. And it's something I consulted with Nicole about. I showed her pictures, she looked at my face, we went over everything, the pros and cons, the different types of products that they have, what she thinks would suit me best, so on and so forth. So she's very, very thorough as far as being able to communicate with her, expressing how you feel, what she feels, not going too harsh, you know, what it's going to look like if you just do a little bit, because there are so many different levels that I feel like people don't understand or aren't informed about that really do make a difference. For example, when you're talking about just fillers, there are so many different fillers by so many different companies. Not to say that any of them are bad, they're different. So just like skincare, what works for me may not work for you. And I feel like that's the same with fillers. So you have to find what it is you're trying to achieve, what's your budget, and what works best for you. So we went through all of that and I decided to do a little bit in my lips, and I've done a little bit in my cheeks and my chin. I love the results. I think it works perfectly for my face. I'm very happy with the results, and it's not something that I have to continually do. Great thing about filler is once you have achieved your results, it's really a maintenance visit thereafter. She has a great eye, which is, I feel, maybe 80% of the job. If you don't have the eye, if you don't see it, if you don't see what it is that I'm looking for, you know, how are we ever going to get on the same page? You're the injector, I'm the patient. So you have to kind of find someone that you meld with. Now, moving on to Botox. It's not as intricate as filler. Botox is pretty simple, black and white, to the point. It's helping those fine lines and wrinkles dissipate. I personally, the first time I did it, I did the world's smallest amount. It was 10 units. And it really is. It's just like 2-3 places max to max. And that's it. And I believe I got them around my eyes and right in the middle of my forehead. Next time I went, I believe this is the 3rd time I've gotten it. The next time I went, I just did full force, the whole thing, anywhere you feel is necessary. And that was it. And I believe that was around 20 to 30 units, somewhere in that range. I'm not 100% sure. And this last time I went, which was yesterday, I got same thing, anywhere you feel is necessary, and I believe it was 20 to 30 units. As far as filler, I did most recently this past time also get a touch-up on filler just at the Cupid's bow and my cheeks. I have also had Kybella done, which I discussed again with Nicole because I had researched, because you know we love to get on Google and we love to find what we think is going to work best for us, and explained to her I wanted to get a procedure done that I had researched. She said, absolutely not. That is not what I would suggest for you. I think an alternative to achieve that goal would be Kybella. And then she actually suggested doing a little bit of filler in my chin to achieve the result that I wanted. I did. I waited for the Kybella to go on special. I did the Kybella. I loved it. I did that in conjunction with the filler for my profile. I just wanted a little bit more of a lifted look, which, because of my genetics on both sides, not just my mother, but also my father, thank you very much, you know, I don't have the strongest jawline in America. It was a very simple process. It was a lot like the Botox as far as feeling. The downtime was simple. In my opinion, it was simple. It wasn't extremely painful. It may have been uncomfortable to sleep. It may have been uncomfortable looking because you wear that, you know, wrap around your head and whatnot, but very minimal downtime. Those are the only 3 things that I've tried as far as aesthetics to my face. I would be completely open to it later on. You know, when I'm aging and when I'm sagging, when I'm dripping, no problem with that whatsoever. But I can only speak from my experience with Botox, filler, and Kybella, and I have loved every single one of them. The next thing I will say is you have to be patient. There is no such thing, unless you're, you know, Halle Berry, that you roll on in the office and you leave exactly how you imagined in your mind. It's going to take time. And the reason I say that is, first of all, with Botox, it's not immediate. It takes days. I mean, mine still hasn't even set in. Second of all, with filler, it's going to take time to fill the place that you want. So, for example, my lips, this was over a, oh my gosh, three-year period, maybe? 4-year period? I've lost count. It was over years, a period of years, in order to achieve this result. And I just now am going once every 9 months for a touch-up, and a very minimal touch-up. But it takes time to get there. You know, the same with Kybella. It wasn't just, oh, Kybella and done. It takes time for the Kybella to work. Then you go back, then you do a little bit of filler, then you do your tweaking, you know, what have you, in order to achieve your results. So be patient, understand it's going to take time, and it is going to take money. If this is something you want to do, you're going to have to save those pennies. You're going to have to, you know, transfer that money every other week into your savings so that you have that allotted amount, because it's not something that's going to be cheap, but it is worth it. So, as with anything in life. So now I'm going to go over some of the questions that I was asked, whether it was on Instagram or YouTube or any of those. What exactly have I done to my face? I kind of went over that. Botox, filler, and Kybella. Those are the only 3 things I've ever tried. What have I done in the past? 2 days ago, like I said, I went to get my top up. I call it a top up. I don't know what you call it. A refresh, top up, what have you. I got a tiny bit of filler in my lips, a tiny bit of touch up in my cheeks, because I have none, and my Botox. How much does it cost? The most expensive definitely would be filler. And again, that is dependent upon how much you get and what type you're getting. So that's why I say the injector is the #1 most important thing. Find an injector that you like my girl. Find an injector that understands where you're coming from. Give them visuals. Give them before and after pictures. Do what I did. Take your little Photoshop and fix your face and show her this is what I want it to look like. You know, do whatever it is you need to do, but just make sure you guys are on the same page. The special that they run, that I always do as far as Botox for me, is $10 a unit. And they run that special, you know, depending on the holiday, depending on the, you know, season, what have you. Right now, I just got it done, and the whole month of May is a $10 special because, you know, everyone's out of quarantine, so they're running to get their Botox re-up. So $10 a unit, I think that's pretty standard across the board. I know it can range anywhere from 7 to 12, depending on the facility, depending on the doctor, depending on if it's a PA, an MD, a DO, what have you. How many different people have I gone to over the course of me getting this done? And the answer to that is I've gone to 2 different people, but they're both at that same facility. And the other person was amazing and I loved him. He just suggested I go to Nicole because what I talked about previously. He's like, you know, I've done what I feel works for your face. I feel like you need to leave it be. So if you want anything else, anything further, anything more, maybe suggest talking to Nicole. And I said, no problem. That's what I did. She was like, I'm with you. I'm on the same page. We're not going to go extreme, but I'm seeing what you're seeing. And that was it. That's all it took. The last question was, well, 2 more questions. Did it hurt? And am I too old or young to get this done? The pain thing is different because that is very subjective. I think I have a decent pain tolerance. It does hurt. But in saying that, the more you do it, I mean, it's like anything else in life. It really is something that you can endure. I think it's more mental than anything. I personally, when I started, I mean, the first time I was like, give me a dental block. Like a dental block. Like the shots in the lip because I wanted my whole face to be numb. Like I went, no pain, no nothing. I was like, oh, this is great. I love this. Then the next time I'm like, okay, let me not be like such a wuss this time. Let me do just the numbing cream. Did the numbing cream. Ooh, child, still felt it. It was, at some points it was okay, and at other points, I don't know if it's the drugs that are in the numbing cream or it's the way that your body reacts to it, your hormone levels, what have you, but I still kind of felt it. So the next time I went, I was like, you know what, forget this, because you have to go in early and you have to wait for it to numb in order to work. Let me just be a big girl and just buckle down and do it. And I did it, and I had some water, some wispy, it wasn't cute, but I did it. Just take that little stress ball, you squeeze it, you breathe out your mouth, and that's it. And then, every time thereafter, it was just like this past time, breeze, no problem. I'm talking while she's doing it, no issues. I mean, do you feel it? Absolutely, but again, like anything in life, if you want a bad body, it's gonna be painful. A lot of people aren't willing to, go through that in order to get the result. So just understand going into it, it's not gonna be easy, it's not gonna be cheap, it's not gonna be painless. It's not gonna take 10 minutes. The last question is, am I too old or young in order to get this? Again, I always say, I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times, consult your injector and do what makes you feel comfortable. I personally would not have gotten this done at 21. I waited until I was 30, I think 31 to get Botox, 31 to get Botox, and I believe 29 or 30 to get filler. So I wouldn't, if it were me, I would not be doing this in my early 20s because you're still developing, you're still changing, you're still growing, and most importantly, you're changing your mind. But you have to do what makes you happy, you have to do what makes you comfortable, and you have to be in accordance with your injector. Are you too old to do it? I've heard people say, oh, I already have wrinkles, what do I do? Again, consult the injector. I have personally seen people get it done that have wrinkles. It just takes more time. Again, there's that keyword time. It isn't that you can't get it solved. It isn't that you can't get it fixed. It is going to take more time, and it is going to take more money because it's going to take more sessions to really get those wrinkles to fall out and smooth out. All right, you guys, that wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will leave everything that I can about this in the description box down below for you guys to reference. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out on my social media platforms, which are also linked down below, or just drop a comment in the comment box. I'm always active on there. I love interacting with you guys, back and forth, answering all of your questions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that post notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.